A linear economy is an economy where you take material from the earth or from other sources, and then you make a product, possibly even use it, and then throw the product after one use. But these days, people are talking a lot about circular economy, which is basically you take resources from the earth or any other source, you make a product, possibly use it. Instead of throwing it, you refurbish it or use it back, or kind of take out the resources, make another product, use it again, and instead of throwing it again, extract the resources and probably make a third product. And so instead of making a linear economy, you would possibly end up making a circular economy. You would possibly end up using the same resources for a longer period of time, of course for different purposes, but then you will be saving on a lot of natural resources. So this concept of circular economy is being advertised, is being talked about a lot, because it obviously leads to consumption of lesser resources for more products. Now let me talk about my experience of India being a circular economy in my own little world, and my own little experiences of living and moving out of a circular economy. Now let's talk about clothes. Not so long ago, we only used to wear cotton clothes, and we used to wear those clothes, a fresh new pair of clothes. We would wear it outdoors, we would wear it for parties, we would wear it for school, everywhere. We would maintain it very nicely by putting starch and stuff like that, so that it looks new all over after every wash. But after 1 or 2 years, obviously that cotton clothes become soggy and soft and stuff like that. So instead of refurbishing it, we simply used to wear it at home. So we've created one cycle of usage already. Once we stop wearing this cloth at home because it's torn in one place or it's faded or stuff like that, we would then not refurbish it. We would just simply cut and repurpose this cloth for multiple purposes. Some purposes that I can think of readily are: the first one is using it as a cleaning cloth. If you want to mop your floor, if you want to dust your furniture, we would use this cut cloth. Similarly, we would probably exchange this old clothes for buying steel utensils. This was a common concept in India long back, where you have these street vendors who used to come home, who used to collect old clothes, and instead of in exchange of these old clothes, they used to give you new utensils for your kitchen. We would use old clothes for that purpose. Similarly, we would donate these clothes to people who are needy. We would clean our vehicles for these. We would cut them, use them as diapers. Kids never used to wear plastic diapers at that point in time. They would wear old clothes. So essentially, we had a very, very circular economy for usage of clothes, and it took a long period of time for a piece of cloth to reach the landfill. And even then, even when I'm talking about wearing clothes outdoors, wearing clothes at home, we had a lot of siblings at home who would probably use and reuse your clothes once you grow out of a particular shirt or a skirt. So this is what I observed in clothes. Now let's talk about another interesting usage of circular economy that I witnessed in India. This is about tires, be it car tires, scooter tires, or even cycle tires. So the first usage of tire, obviously you rethread it and use it for a second time. This bit is still retained in a lot of companies, where they retread your tires and repurpose it and fit it into your vehicle back again. But then after that, what happens to the tire? It's cut and recycled, and the rubber is extracted and it's repurposed in a factory, right? But what I've seen is, from a consumer end, even after you rethread the tire and you feel that you've used it quite long and it's not usable as a car tire anymore, we used to cut and repurpose it for our own simple uses. First of all, it was a play tool in rural areas. People would, if this was a tire, they would just put it like this and start playing. It was a play tool for them. It was a toy. They would cut this into the shape of a slipper and use it as a sole of a slipper. They would hang this to a tree and use it as a swing. So a lot of uses even before it used to go to the landfill for further recycling. Another interesting circular economy use case that I've seen in India is usage of bottles, be it plastic or glass. What we used to do is, as far as I remember, we never used to have plastic bottles or glass bottles for the longest point in time in our kitchens. But when they were introduced, we would use the product in the bottle that we purchase. If you purchase a milk supplement or whatever, you would use the product, then obviously refill it with a refill pack. You will use it for the longest period of time until you don't use that product anymore. And then what would you do? You would wash the same bottle, you will refill some other thing that you have at home, and then you will use it all over again. And once you feel that this bottle is too old to use, you do not want to use this, you got a new bottle, you would cut it and have other purposes for it. You would use it as a planter, you would use it as a mug in your bathroom, you would use it as a face shield as of today. So what I've seen is eventually we ended up using a lot of products within our own family instead of buying more and more. And what I've seen in all these years is that this culture of being a circular economy is slowly fading. The first reason that I see for this is possibly urbanization, right? So when I talk about bottles, earlier milk used to be delivered in cans. So the milk person, the milk delivery boy used to get a big can of milk. They would come home, we would have our own vessel, they would pour the milk in our vessel and go back. There was no concept of milk packets or milk cartons. And that got exacerbated because of urbanization. People don't have time, you want the milk to be left in front of your door, you can't sink opening the door for your milkman. Your milk delivery itself is so centralized that you don't have local milkmen delivering to you anymore. You want to go to a store, pick up a milk bottle. A lot of things led to kind of introduction of a lot of linear economy, where we manufacture milk packets, put milk in those packets, and consume and dispose of the milk packets in the dustbin. The second reason, and the biggest reason I feel this entire thing failed, is because of this concept called what is cool and what is not. And this is very specific to the clothes angle that I'm talking about. It was very cool to be wearing separate pieces of clothing for everything. You are supposed to have separate pieces of clothing for your outerwear, for your wearing at home, for your play school, for your sports, for everything. You're supposed to have different sets of clothes. And why should you have different sets of clothes? Because of course, if you wear the same stuff everywhere, you're not affluent, you're stingy, etc. For example, earlier when we used to clean our mop our floors with recycled cloth, that is an old t-shirt that you must be having, our house helpers would be okay with that. But now if you offer a house helper an old t-shirt to mop your floor, she'll say, oh, you can't afford a mop, I want a new mop, right? And that's because it's kind of given. You're supposed to give new things every time. So what I'm saying is that we worked a lot to move from being a very sustainable circular economy to being a very consumeristic linear economy. And the parameters that I'm talking about that led to this are, like I said, affluence, urbanization, the feeling about what is cool and what is not, a lot of influence of social media about you need to buy this stuff because this is new in the season, you need to buy this stuff because this is a new color, this is a new range, this is what you need to do this year. A lot of things that help us, make us feel that buying new things for every purpose is the way to go about it. And this has been, of course, increased by intervention of digital tools that we have today. You will not see any child playing with a tire in even rural areas. They're all stuck to their mobiles. And then this feeling of aspiration, somehow this affluence, aspiration, being cool, being in urban areas, being cool on social media, being savvy with digital tools, it ends up making you a very, very consumeristic and linear economy. Whereas we started off as a very, very circular economy. We used to reuse almost everything that we got in hand. Our skincare products used to come from our kitchen. We would never throw away leftover food. We would repurpose it. We would make some remix of it and eat it the next day, or we would find some purpose for it. We would use banana leaves for making plates. So we were a very, very circular economy. And I feel that a lot of marketing money has been spent, a lot of effort has been made to make this mind shift from being a circular and sustainable economy to having to be a consumeristic and linear economy. Like I said, a lot of effort has been put in to make this look like not cool and make this look like super cool. So I would really be very curious to see how much amount of money and how much amount of time and what type of resources will be spent to shift the feeling of, cool, urbanized, affluent, awesome, etc. back to sustainability. What would you do? I would be really curious to know that.